I'm so glad you're with us, because Vitality head-to-head with Na'Vi, and it's been a grand final so far. Nuke, however, looked like Na'Vi's turf until the little trip on the stumble. Vitality definitely here to play, and Overpass a perfect battleground to make Na'Vi sweat. They got 2 opportunities, Chad, and they need just 1 to close out the grand final, to be the first Pro League trophy in the Na'Vi cabinet, as well as converting that Intel Grand Slam. Astralis and Liquid, the only teams that have done it. Na'Vi want to inscribe their name on that legendary list. And Overpass separates them from it. 1xBet has given us a real distinct advantage to Na'Vi, and we're into the pistol. T-start for Vitality. Game bloody on. Strap in, folks.
Up through connector they come here, looking likely to be an A finish here, so no pressure long so far, and that's where Bit and Simple currently reside. Electronic, the float man on the site, is about to have contact here because they're stampeding forward. Yeah, but this 2-man long setup does mean that Electronic will have support immediately. Saw something there. He did. So Bit's going to work on a late flank. It's Simple, Electronic, and even Boomich are here. Simple's the first to put his name in the feed. Bit's been spotted out, but still wins his duel. And now, unfortunately, for the French, it's only Shox and ZywOo struggling to make ends meet. All the heads are falling, and 1 to the head already. Shox low and sunk even lower. Buried 6 feet lower for a 1-0 start. That's going to be a Na'Vi pistol. Okay, now just 15 rounds to that $1 million. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what? Oh yeah, we crunched the numbers. I think it was like 62,500 per round. Per round. Per round. All right. Well, that's not a bad rate. I want to highlight something here as well. Bit's kill, he got gooshed down immediately by Apex to 1 HP, and then he still got the kill. Like Apex was obviously trying to alleviate that pressure and goes down. So here we go. The Apex Scout, we've spoken about it a lot, but we haven't seen it too much, at least finding any frags here. A lot. Trying to get a little bit lucky, actually. He was in no man's land. The scout that we were just mentioning had an opportunity to go for a tag. And there's been some change-ups, right? Once upon a time, there you have it. I'm going to put Electronic on notice. Once upon a time, it used to be Electronic and Simple holding A. Right? Bit has taken over the A duties with Simple. Electronic now becomes the swingman, which leaves Boomich and Perfecto as the duo on B. So that's one of the major changes, because it used to be Flamey and Perfecto on that B site, right? Once upon a time, and Boomich is more of that rotator. But Boomich and Perfecto tend to be quite the dastardly duo. Your Inferno B site. Dust 2 as well. Dust 2 as well. There you go. So a clear division of labour. Well, they both love an MP9. Oh, Apex. It was the peak he'd dream of. And he does take a chunk out of Simple as well. So 2 successful scout bullets. He's set his Deagles up for at least a manageable task. But they're just pausing and petering out, waiting for a smoke out of ZywOo. I think they just want to wait for these toilet smokes to completely fade, and now they'll throw out their own. Ooh, they heard CT utility and cancelled. Now we go. Here we come. ZywOo from long. 3 up. Smoking off Simple completely. He might have a spot on that bin. Doesn't. Well placed bullets. Oh, both of the heads have gone. They don't check for Bit. He reveals himself, but only good for the 1. And Vitality's force is looking set for a conversion here. There is no kit in play. Perfecto from Bankside. Shox will have to move from the incendiary, but ZywOo's got this whole part of the map held down. He'll do it both. Just Boomich left. 50 HP, 2 to find, and it's Shoxy to finish. A solid Deagle round out of him, 3. And Kyojin taking down Simple opened up the site. What was that shot onto Simple, though, over there in the smoke? It must have just been completely through the smoke, just a strange one. A pot shot, yeah. Yeah, because that really opened proceedings, right? And then they did get a little bit sloppy, not being ready for a bit up close and personal here. So here it is. The Tracer Fire. Okay, so Simple there, trying to be cheeky. It's absolutely sat down, and there's Apex with 2 assists and part of all that as well. So good stuff from Apex. Help chipping them on down, making those kills come even easier. But here we go, the Na'Vi forced by back in exchange. Yeah, Vitality's just making a statement. We're not going to make this easy on you. This is not Nuke. This is Overpass, and they've already got pretty damn good statistics on it. See if they can make it count in the grand final stage. I think it's important as well for us to note just how good Vitality did look on their own map choice of Inferno. So now coming back into their home turf, or at least the map that they wanted to take this one to for the 4th. Let's see if they're able to get up to similar tricks here, because their T side of Inferno was really good. Oh, yeah. And think about what they were punishing. They were punishing the space of Na'Vi. That B bomb site was getting berated by different pace changes, and now Vitality maybe looking to do the same. We mentioned the duo over towards the B side. Well, they were the same ones that were susceptible to different pace changes of that Vitality roster.
Can they withstand this contact play? So through Monster, looking likely for Shox, Kyojin, Apex, covering off the flash and a molly to boot.
Oh, he's caught. Perfecto manages the spray well, and Kyojin's there as well to pick up the pieces. A perfect and fully flashed Electronic. I think he just accepted his fate at that point, just standing still, doing the dance.
All right, well, it's going to be the save call here out of Simple and Bit, just holding on to what they have. A Deagle and a Famas to carry through to the next round of play. And Vitality just going through their paces here, right? Looks simple. Wasn't too many dramas with that. Well executed. Nice molly. Trading off of one another, and that's the basics. That's how you want to be getting across the line. You don't need any of the special big rounds coming out just yet. You'd love to have this one tied up at 2-2 and then go into Mirage and really get the distance out of it. Mirage, we've only really seen it.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's got the glasses.
He's got him on. It only took being one map away from a milli for him to whip him out.
But I want to know why.
I reckon it's like everyone that wears glasses has this kind of weird like over defensive. I don't need them all the time, you know? Like,
Sure.
I don't actually need them. I only need them for when I'm reading and walking and existing and fragging.
So what if, I just want to pose this to you and the rest of those on the forums who obviously believe in the glasses voodoo. What if he doesn't win a massive clutch this map with the glasses on? Does
He
that
snaps him over his knee.
Okay, so the glasses no longer have power.
No, that would be when the power is exhausted from the artifact.
Okay, I just thought we should define what kind of parameters we're working with here. So that's good. So if he doesn't win a clutch, let's call it a 1v2 or better in this map, the glasses are done. All right, lots of glasses there. The camera view, and there's Simple. The saved Famas immediately profits. Now this is something to work with here. It is a very light investment here. Obviously the saved Deagle, the Famas as well. And they found a number advantage really early. If they can get that rifle off the ground.
They will. They've taken full short water. Obviously unaware that it's been completely given up by Vitality. But if they push the issue here, so Boomich doesn't.
This is quick though.
Very quick. I think Electronic might get caught on his jiggle. Now only Simple. Now he was the one to find the frag on B. So perhaps the unknown position of him has some weight here. And Apex is the one to catch this rotate. He needs to finish it and does. But I suspect Simple's going to go unchecked. Staring at it now. Zai was the one to come calling. Oh, damage. They did line up for him there. But opportunity starts to peter out for the Na'Vi boys into our fourth.
Isolated now, this should just be a matter of time. Bit's been pretty handy with the headshots. The Deagle's a great weapon for that here, but just be constellation frags at this point. You know, if we're going to just sing the praises of Na'Vi in a round that they lost here, it's more to do with an opening move, right? If you have a saved rifle or if you have a couple of pistols or whatever, it's about like an opening move of how can you surprise, how many different ways can you innovate to find that opening kill. So there, that little boost, it's something that used to be super, super popular, like back when CLG was a team. Like that's how long ago that boost just was really commonplace to lock down that B bomb site. Bit might get an AK.
Now that's a throwback.
Yeah, I think a couple of them are playing over there in the Valorante at the moment.
Yeah.
FNS was playing for Envious.
FNS, let me get it right. Cutler.
Yep.
JDM.
Yep.
Hazed.
Yep.
And I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Who have I forgot? It's probably a big one, isn't it? JDM. FNS. Well, this isn't the topic of conversation for now.
No, you're right, though. I forget who we're missing. Who are we missing here?
All right, someone wasn't happy with the nade. They'll swap it out at spawn, and we're ready to get into a full gun round. I say full. Famas doesn't always feel full.
It doesn't look like the best start for Na'Vi in the gun department, right? It feels ugly, and oh, that really hurts. Oh. Salt in the wound. Boomich, take it down by nades alone. Doesn't even have a chance to pull the trigger.
And that's why you throw 3.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry, right? If you're going to go for a move like that, you may as well throw everything you got at it. Now, that's a great way for Vitality to kick things off, and it's conditioning, right? Going forward, you're not going to be going for that boost or jump peek anymore, but going for a boost of their own. Simple, mounted up and over, cannot convert their Shox, gets away with his life.
What an incredible attempt to try and pull a 4v4 out of the bag there. So you jump for the info and then bang it through the board. Zai was going walkabouts here, and he's got a lot of freedom. A lot of freedom. We haven't seen any resistance from Na'Vi so far in that toilet position, and again, they get the open runway towards that A site. To receive them on the other end is Simple, Electronic, and Bit. Now, that is the top 3 and highest rated players of Na'Vi. I wouldn't fancy your chances. Masuta hanging out to keep pressure up on B. Electronic even providing supporting monster smoke to replace the one that's fading. it's all really on Bit. If he can get that bomb on the ground.
It's all down to timing here because they're setting up nades, and if he can get past Apex's line of sight, he may be able to unravel this, but spotted.
Kyojin needs to spring to action here. Apex does go down, and we had a chance for more. The rotate's on its way. It's a race now to the site. Simple. Knife out, charging. ZywOo aware. Util not dropped to stop the fight, and that's what he was waiting for. Good shot out of Kyojin. Lives on, and ZywOo puts Electronic down too. Okay, Vitality giving Na'Vi a couple of warning shots here as we see a potential, well, not a potential, a full fourth locked in already.
Okay, well, this is starting to seem very similar to how Inferno kicked off, right? It was a great start from Vitality. I think they got up to like a 7-1 scoreline or something of the sort. So Na'Vi, you're going to want to put a stop to this early. Perfecto goes down. Shox will take him out on the hunt there, and this is looking great. You know, the thing is, as far as the series goes, and because it is a best of 5, you know, it's really good to see these teams looking hyper-prepared on their map choices, their game plans going swimmingly, everybody showing up as they need to. It just sucks because we're not getting, you know, the full-on biff, right? We're getting teams who are looking commanding. It looks like they can stretch their legs a bit. We need a little bit of back and forth here. I'll be the ones to provide the back. Now, these pistols upgraded again. This should be the 5th for Vitality, unless we get a magic moment. Oh, back to the boost immediately. Okay, so Electronic, not dissuaded by the previous triple nade stack onto his in-game leader in the previous, wants to flirt with it again. And it's key, right? Those nades, if you think about it in the procession of this game, if it stops the boost coming out of Na'Vi or the jump peak, it makes Shox's life, being the lurky boy in towards the sewer pipe and water, easier. Because that means there's one less position that they're likely to be in time and time again because they're scared of the nades. So it's to help Shox in his backyard adventures, and well, here you go. We got another chapter for you. It's called 2 kills on MP4, M4A4, MP4. That's music. It's a video format.
Video format,
yeah. So clip that, guys. Or you can get yourself in an MP3 if you just want the audio only.
It's the WAV.
.wav.
Wow. That's a very different game. Did you ever put .mp3 in your name when you're DMing? Is that just me?
I do it in brackets. I was more of a brackets guy.
Oh, you're a brackets guy? Yeah. I like the .mp3 lifestyle.
Well, did you let everybody know you had a new mouse?
Oh, I haven't done that before.
New mouse, guys. In the name. New mouse.
Some people would just call themselves New Mouse, and I always thought that was a little less exciting.
Yeah, let them know, guys. If you're missing that shot, it is because you have a new mouse.
Yeah.
We understand.
New headset, new in-ears.
We're feeling you guys at home. Your new keyboard. Right. I missed that jiggle.
Yeah, sorry, man. My AD keys are a bit different. I switched from red switches to brown, so yeah.
Yeah, no, my brother came and played on the PC, and the chair height's just a little bit different, so I got to get back to the magic spot.
Sounds similar to my friend Clara installed cheats on my PC.
Yeah, well, she's famous.
Yeah, in a way.
For all the wrong reasons, I suppose.
Round 7. Thought we were going to see a boost for a moment there, but let's get into it. Bit looks like he's going to throw a little bit more aggression, or at least the utility to imply as such. Smokes off the fountain. That will keep Kyojin and Apex a little slow. Oh, and Bit could not have a better weapon for those duels if they do come knocking. Bit and Simple, in fact, both leaning long. They really suspect Vitality are going to operate from the longest part in the map.
Oh, Kyojin is tasked with a lot here. The rookie with all the space over towards A, right? So where's the mark? Where do you make sure you don't overstep? How clear are those marching orders? Because Masuda and ZywOo, in the meantime of all of this, have been working on connector control. And quite as you like, you can see that just standing still. Are they coming out the door? They are.
Oh, but the flash caught ZywOo. It still doesn't cost him. I love this default from Vitality. Look what it's resulted in. Just combing through the map, clearing out short now through that flashbang conversion, and now they can go anywhere they want.
That came way too easy. Like the triple nade against Boomich on the last gun round, you're like, okay, whatever, like that happens. But Electronic was just a sitting duck there. He didn't even seem like he responded to that moment. So Na'Vi now with a choice. Do we gamble? Do we play 2-2? Neither are great options here, and they come and B.
Yeah, Perfecto with it all to do. Flashes as it fades. They do eat it. Oh, they lost vision for so long, and this is a second. Oh, they all line up for him. 3 from the M4. ZywOo thrust into a 2 versus 3, partnered up with Shox. No one else on the site. Say that, actually, Boomich has dropped in. And Boomich will be the first contact. Takes the spray, takes the shot. A missed one from Simple, leaves Shox kicking. He'll get one more chance, but with 13 seconds, a couple of kills is his best option here.
And with Boomich down, Simple doesn't need to give him anything, and he will die before time. So all good in the hood, and Na'Vi post their second.
Definitely all good in the hood. Check out the cash. Vitality can splash that right now and get themselves back into a full buy. But Perfecto, this was huge. He throws out his first flash, and I'm like, why is he not swinging? It stalls them out for long enough. The Boomich flash comes on through, and 3 pins tumble over towards Monster. A great play from Perfecto when they need him most, and the scoreline now 5-2. So starting to get something going here.
Great job, Perfecto. Sick 3K. You saved the round. Here's an MP9, man. Can I have your M4? Cheers.
Yeah, okay, getting a bit of the Sanji treatment right now is old Perfecto, but let's see if he can do it with the pound-for-pound best gun in the game.
Yeah, yeet.
All right, well, no T-sided AWP. It was an option, right? They don't want ZywOo on the AWP going toe-to-toe with Simple right now. They've got other plans here, and ZywOo's working on that balloons control. He's having a party with Kyojin.
This is the typical setup for Go toilets. You know there's going to be some announcement as they try and comb through it, or at least you assume. But ZywOo's going silently, crawling towards the site. And meanwhile, Shox and Electronic up to their usual duel. Uh-oh, he's only gone and done it again. Tags him up just through the corner of short, leaving Electronic limping. Oh,
it's a massive gap. And Boomich, he might want to hang around, right? Because Electronic's taking contact there. They're just going to flash and go. The site is open, Alex.
Yeah, if they deal with long, this is the big one. And last time, ZywOo was good for it. He's done it again. Just drive-by onto Simple. Misuta holding on. Squeaky bomb time, 10 HP. ZywOo going further forward, and Kyojin stolen that one from him. But Na'Vi completely repelled.
I don't think they can run that setup again. Vitality just walked through the bathroom straight into the site. ZywOo beelined it for that. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and a massive shot onto Simple.
Theorycraft with me. Na'Vi with the 2-man long setup. They've tried it from the pistol. They've tried it on multiple gun rounds. Is it just about shutting down long presence, or are you hoping to actually defend the A site from long? It just doesn't sound viable.
I feel one of the things that we've seen, let's just see if this chase nets them anything here. Able to defend, that's a big gun to lose, the best gun actually, and they've also lost the MP9, so they might lose it all. Oh, luckily, Boomich gets to hold on to what he has there, but we know that Apex likes to call some of these bathroom rounds that are relatively quick through the front bathroom smoke, right? So potentially, because that's in flux, you never really know when that play is going to come in. It's not really a spawn timing thing. It's nothing along those lines. Maybe they're hedging for this long play going, if they go for it, that's cool. We'll give them the site. You guys lock down long. We'll come up, and then that's going to give them less places to play the post plan.
And you're retaking from toilets, long. Yeah, okay.
And having Simple and Bit there feels pretty strong, right? But having Simple rumbled like that...
Oh, here we go. He's actually given us a bit more than that. A bit of aggression, a bit of leg. It's been spotted out by Kyojin, so he's on high alert, and the flashes have caught him completely. Has got vision restored, but Kyojin bests him, and this is shaping up for a very dominant T half from the French. Look at how little opportunities Na'Vi have here. I mean, the recovered AK is something, but Boomich would be very hard pressed to be in the right place. You know they're going to poke and prod for info. You know they're going to try and suss out where your CT stack is. And that's ZywOo's responsibility here on A. So he's going to go and have a little look. As long as he's not a 1D to the head, he'll even find another Electronic dead. I think he's got a good whiff of Perfecto slinking into the Optimus position, and ZywOo's happening. Very much so. Look at the kill distribution as well. I will highlight, on the T side, we've now got Kyojin, ZywOo, and Shox posting around that double digits.
Oh, yeah, Masuda quiet, huh? He doesn't have to do anything.
I don't think Boomich should want to clutch 3 maps deep into this grand final. I don't suppose he's got this one in him, but...
this would be some clash. He does have a kit, right? But I think he just wants to hold on to this AK for now. I don't know what you can change up now if you're Na'Vi. Obviously, that long hold is something that you've tried multiple times, and you haven't really reaped the rewards of it here. So do you just go something a little bit more standard? Do you just have Simple a bit more aggressive with the AWP, taking fight, seeing if he can find a kill or two? Because something that Simple has been good at so far is finding opening kills. Maybe not in this map, but in the series so far, right? So if they can let him off the leash to find them an opening as opposed to them being on the receiving end of one, that might be a key to success. But at the same time, if Simple just dies, well, then he gets you nothing either. So good stuff here out of ZywOo. The aim's on point. It's where you need it to be.
Na'Vi right now.
Yeah, they're really under the pump, aren't they here? Like, this isn't... The two maps, right? If this one continues at the trajectory it's in right now and we finish as a similar scoreline as Inferno, those have been the two most convincing maps. And then the Vitality wins.
Yeah, but they're through those T sides. Inferno the same. I mean, Na'Vi's T side on Nuke did look just as foreboding and brutal. Here comes the same old head-to-head. This time more support in favor of Electronic, and it does lead to his success. This time an opener, and a much-needed one. Trying to build upon that advantage. They actually late boost for control of short pipe, and I don't know if the door's blown off. Masuta could be vulnerable shortly. You can see that Masuta making no secret of his presence. They've got a three-man stack here. They've whittled away at the majority of Na'Vi's util here, at least the defensive stuff. No incendiaries to slow him down. 50 seconds still on the clock, and even Apex going knocking long, despite what the setups have previously indicated.
Right now, it feels like they have a lot of room and a lot of time, but oh, that's not going to be the case. Very, very shortly bit with a couple of stray bullets there, not getting it done against Apex. Actually going to have to run on back here, so pressure towards A now.
Oh, and Simple confirms long presence still there. 30 seconds, you got to make a call.
But there's so many smokes and mollies for this. They're going to get isolated on the site. Vitality could be good for this round.
Here we go. Nades rain in. Looking for a safe haven. Simple's got nothing to work with. He just burns down. Kyojin's molly opens up the site, and now only Bit with two. A competitive round. They can't deny the plant, I don't think. Perfecto is doing his best. A couple of stray ones through there, and now they partner up. Perfecto caught. ZywOo still on a heater. 10 frags. His 10th now securing perhaps the 8th. It's up to Electronic. Kits are plentiful. He will scoop one up, and it's not an ideal plant. Does double swing, and ooh, there's a world. There is a world where that spray comes in, but Kyojin again with impact. We have to address this now. He's in a grand final. He's looking for the killer bonus to deny the world #1, and he's looking comfortable. This is his entry frag, quote unquote. Simple really thrown off by that molly.
Yeah, like you could see that there was just nowhere to stand that wasn't in the open. So his two choices in that moment is push through and hopefully get one and cause chaos, or he's got to sit in the bank smoke and just watch Bit go down, right? That's what would have happened otherwise. So right now, Na'Vi, they look like they're playing scared in a degree, right? Because there's no flexibility there. Like normally in those situations when you know or you have a feeling an A hit's coming in, the last thing you want to do is be stranded on the bomb site. Because if teams have a lot of util left, which Vitality did, that's exactly what's going to happen. You always want that X factor, somebody up close to the bathrooms, right? So when that hit comes in, they stifle it. It's like they're tripping over themselves before they're even able to get in place. That buys the time for the B rotators to come on over and chip on in. And that round right there was with an Electronic opening, right? I don't feel like we've had a lot of openings for Na'Vi, and that one right there, they weren't even able to convert. So this is looking really, really dire now for Na'Vi on map #4.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the only thing that I think would inspire some confidence in a competitive overpass would be a round like this. You've got your armored Deegs. Vitality have not conceded a wobbly one yet. And Shox is up to his naughty business. He could be blocked by Perfecto here, and they've just passed each other. He knows Apex should have him, and now he's behind enemy lines. He's completely unspoken and unaccounted for. Hello, everybody. My name's Shox, and I'm about to ruin your day. This is mine for the taking. 3 in quick succession. Call it 9.
That's great from Shox, isn't it? Isn't it? Just managing, just staying calm under the pressure right there, knowing that that could go unhinged any second.
We have to bring back big game player.
Yeah.
Like it may not be on land, but he's been doing it for years. Shox, when the cards are on the table, when it really does matter, Shox seems to find that extra level to his play. And when you've got such newer names, you know, and I know it sounds like a bit of a weird one to say newer names and list ZywOo in there, but ZywOo, Masuta, Kyojin,
sure.
When you've got a boy like Shox, leading by the front, leading by example, it does wonders, I'm sure, for the team dynamic.
Yeah, he's not meant to be one of the star players of the team anymore, right? He's in one of these more elder statesman roles. He's one of the veterans of the team here. The rest of these youngsters are meant to be bringing the firepower, but Shox is living up to his expectations here today, over his expectations. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, unless Na'Vi just start playing with a little bit of flair, a little bit of pizzazz, right? They're willing to take some kills, take some fights, get aggressive, then they're just going to be dealt these same rounds, which is Vitality spreading out, and then whatever Apex uses to make his quick decision. He seems like he makes his choice pretty quick on where they want to go. They don't have information to unravel Vitality, right? They're not aggressive, and when they are, they're in a scenario where Vitality just like, okay, you're both long, that's cool, we'll just go through bathrooms, I guess. Like, I feel like Na'Vi need to throw something at them that's a little bit unorthodox. Have a little bit of a technical timeout here, so we'll get you back in ASAP. Actually, as I say that, I should really just like give the technical timeouts maybe like an extra, a bit more of a berth. Yeah.
Okay, so all good. And we're going to be getting back into this one. A more threatening buy than we've seen previously. Let's see if Na'Vi can at least close this gap. I mean, a 9-6 half is competitive. Yeah. However, we haven't seen a single indicator that their CT side is up to snuff.
Yeah, they won the pistol, they lost the force. They won a round where Perfecto killed 3 players coming through Monster. That's the story of Na'Vi's CT side. There you go, everybody.
Thank you, it's a short one.
Yeah, and this might be a short map here, which means we will go the distance. Quick molly out of Shocks there towards the sandbag position. Extinguishes across the map here as both teams tussle for utility supremacy, and a nade gone shy. No damage to be noted here. And this is where, oh, they're going for a boost. Okay. They now are aware that an aggressive play has to come on in, so just checking to make sure nobody home. Simple already passive bit the same. We're at a minute 20, right? And I know that Gambit get away with this. Gambit do the same thing. Shiro and Axile, they go forward, they drop back, right? This is the same thing. They're just playing passive. And Vitality love all the
We've seen this round before. We've seen it before. This was where Electronic got flashed off short. Instead, Boomich goes looking early, and now the frag's been found elsewhere. They can go anywhere they want. Underpass Dominion, it's theirs. Shocks can flirt with short whenever he desires, and it's a 2-2 split of their defensive resources. So a full 60 seconds. Bomb in the back of Kyojin, which does imply a finish towards the A site. Simple will be flashed off here, and that's more than info for the French. Bit, however, springs to action. Bodyguards his AWPer, and is bailed out by the smoke. So gonna become a bit more sensitive on the time here, Vitality, if you don't find a way in soon. Simple, ready to hold them at bay, or prepared. A smoke to get him back into the site. They're running out of time here. Apex from long. Masuta to clear the close. It's going to be flashed. They're doing everything right here, Vitality. Oh, but still, Bit pulls the trigger and disappears into the smoke now. Vision restored, ready for another Bit. That is huge. Magnificent. It should be the round. Perfecto to secure it and locks it down. Well reacted and well recovered. It was Bit that really got them the multi-kill necessary. 3 from tight duels.
Okay, well that's a third round right now. Let's see, can they build anything more on this? This was a great shot, right? They're going for a different way to get information, and Boomich just presents his head. Zywoo, look at this. Look at it from this angle here. He's just going to be cheeky with a little jump nade and instantly wrecked. So great shooting there on that opening kill, but Vitality won't convert the round this time. Yeah, they can just do more of the same, right? Why not? You consider how close this one got anyway. Just go for the default spread. The same thing. Masuta and Zywoo in connector. Apex and Shocks babysit in the backyard of B, and
oh my God! Shocks ahead of the monster smoke for the frag onto Electronic, and he is the arch nemesis of Electronic right now.
Jeez.
Another one in the head-to-head, and now Bit actually surging forward. Apex may not be prepared for this. It's a question of timing. Will Kyojin clear? He slips through the playground. Bit, they're loud about this. We need to see the trade out of Apex. He waits and buys time to punish. It's Masuta that claws it back. Eesh. They can go anywhere they want now.
Yeah, the bomb is still very, very safe, so no dramas for Vitality here. This is where Simple needs to have a magic moment. It's where they need him to find something for the team. Perfecto stranded on B. Boomich caught between 2 bomb sites, doesn't know which one will be the finish right now for Vitality. It has to be Simple here to find some impact. He has to get something done.
Molotov'd off. Still posted up. Doesn't have Bit to support him this time. But he may not need it. First found, and that's all. Zywoo looks the wrong way. Flashed off now. They're still committing to this site. They're loud about it. Apex and Shocks charging in. Boomich, just before Vision restored. Apex shuts him down, and it's a double out of the leader. He's been very quiet so far, but his calls have been very loud. You can see 10 secured.
And 2 opportunities to add more and more salt to that wound.
Yeah, that was nuts. Like, Simple gets the first, sure. Then after that, the trade is instant. Doesn't even give him a chance to get that finger on the mouse click again. Really good stuff here. So here it is. Simple gets this one. Zywo immediately there for that trade, right? And then Apex takes it away from them here with the wild spray. He's getting fired up. The 5th looking very, very likely now as Na'Vi. No choice but to throw together a buy. It's scrappy at best.
My kingdom for more player comms. Whenever we're allowed, whenever we can get our grubby mitts on what those guys are saying during those pop-offs, and there goes another for the Shox Electronic head-to-head.
It's tumbling apart now.
It is. It's ripped apart. What's Bit supposed to do? He heard the reload. If he finds this one first, hard to do now. And Kyojin will finish the job.
Yeah, they're flustered, and this is great. Vitality, remember, obviously they want to win this Pro League trophy, but they've also got the giant killer bonus standing there if they deny Na'Vi this Intel Grand Slam. And with every kill coming on in, we're getting one map closer to that being a reality. Perfecto trying his best, tries Yamida 1-on-5. Masuda will silence him, and that's 11 now, running away with this. The French are looking... Is it Magnifique? Is that what they roll with over
Magnifique.
there? Okay, well, either way, they're looking great.
Incroyable.
Like they are going like a lizard drinking right now, mate.
Mate? Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree bloody
Couldn't agree more, mate. I wrote down some French. This one's hard to say. Très impressionnant.
What does that mean?
Very impressive.
Well, that's what this is so far. It's a great half out of Vitality here. I thought this was going to be a close one. It doesn't look like that is the forecast for the tail end here of map number 4.
Electronic running towards Shox. Kill me, sir. Kill me. Kill me.
I just can't believe that head-to-head. Like Shox has been doing such a great job in this final. Like 18 kills for him. He's been awesome. He's done it again. He was great on Dust 2, remember, as well, finding a lot of impact, looking pretty clutch, but...
He won't check it. That should be the trade. It is. But the round still falls apart around him.
You wonder if it's even worth it.
Oh, my Lord. Shox on for a bloody scorcher. That's the half. He's got 21 kills. Shoxy absolutely is resurrected. And we'll be right back to find out if Na'Vi have got anything more to say before that 5th map.
Well, the grand final living up to the prefix. 12 to Vitality, and, well, it's a big one for Na'Vi to overcome, at least here on Overpass, Chad. Quite the haul.
That's actually correct, by the way. Simple right now is frozen. He's only been able to get himself a total of 6 kills. And that means Na'Vi with 3 rounds. Again, well, where do we say? Up a creek without a paddle?
Yeah, certainly. Some type of creek. 21 for Shox. Decides he wants to go the distance. And he has a little look. He was sent on a solo adventure, and look at the confidence he's had. He hasn't called for backup, Chad. He spotted 2, maybe even 3. His team will push for info in the meantime, but he's still hanging out, doing all of this on his own.
I think they're more scared of him right now than he is of them. Absolutely battered them there within that first half, and Vitality just got flashed into connector, so they're going to call that clear, and Perfecto's even going to back on out. So information for Vitality off of this info play is huge. Like, what a crazy mid-round play. We're going to flash into connector and take control.
It could be misinformation, Chad. If Electronic and Bit try and sell this and the rest return to B, it's going to be wide open. Shox confirms there is presence towards the party. Apex doesn't flinch. He is the one defending that B site, and Shox really does not need help. You'll never guess who he killed, Chad.
I can't believe he re-picked. He's still going for more. The man has just been let off the leash.
He has. Just let him do what he wants to do. 147 average damage per round. Masuta makes short work of Bit. Body shots up against the headshot machine. Ooh, simple. Speaking of headshots, he's handing out one. Boomich with another. Falling into place nicely. If they do want to go B...
They're both going to be here.
Yeah. Apex has been spotted out on the pillar. Smoked by time. He's taken some pot shots. Nothing quite connected, and that's enough for them.
Oh, they're going back to A.
They are, and it's wide open. I think Kyojin will suspect. He's got a lot to do. Will he beat them there? Perfecto is quick. Does he go bank, or is he willing to have a look? He's having a look. Perfect timing. Does at least slow Na'Vi down for a second. Optimus from Simple. Headshots are hard to find, and looking like that must-win pistol 2 clicks away. Boomich rotting some time off of the clock, and will go down eventually. They'd love Kyojin to find a couple more. Simple's his next target. And peeking in, that's an easy head. Simple secures the round for the squad.
No kid, no hope here for Apex.
We'll need to see a conversion of this as well.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, well, there you go. We get a pistol round out of Na'Vi. Actually, I tell a lie. We get both pistol rounds out of Na'Vi. So now we need to see something a little bit more. It's the gun rounds in where they were absolutely lacking. This would be some T-half. If they wanted to get it done here on Overpass, it would be some T-half out of the CIS squad right now. This is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least. We need to get past this force by, as you mentioned, Apex into his signature scout, Deagles for the rest, and just considering how Vitality have been playing, they will need to be beaten into submission, right? They're not just going to give this to you. Shock showed you on the pistol. He wants to fight no matter what you throw his way. Simple actually took some damage there.
From what?
I think it must have been a nade.
Shox' nade, yeah. Electronics walking straight into the Deegs here, and no flash necessary. Sota gives him a little bit of leg.
Yeah, probably a wise call for Electronic to get on out of dodge like that. He's actually going to go have another look here. So sitting anti-flash, ready for round 2. Just going to look on in. They're not expecting that. The spam's wild. He doesn't get anything done. Eventually, Electronic goes down with so much damage, but that's unconfirmed. They don't know how low these players are.
Nice retrieval of the Galil. At least doesn't fall into CT hands, but I think that's a consolation prize at this stage.
Oh, this is very, very scary for Na'Vi now. Look at this. Another Monster Smoke's just landed. They're going to comb forward at A. They're sending Shox forward. Try and take some space.
If they don't push forward, this is going to fall apart.
I think they must be. Now they've smoked off bathrooms, they're definitely going to push, right? It's just a timer of when to Na'Vi pull the trigger on the B bomb site. Boomich leading the charge here. Up the sandbag position. We'll have to deal with Kyojin tucked in towards barrels. Vitality know now.
They know. Kyojin. One would be great. Doesn't. But tags up Simple further. 30 HP for the superstar. Shox trying to keep him busy. He's kept a couple busy. They haven't even pushed the site yet. They don't have answers. And now Zywoo's got headshots. Shox, your life is worth so much right now. You stop the rotate. They are going to go for the plant. A fake, no less, buying more time for the gap to be closed, pushing in through these smokes. It's chaos, pandemonium. A denial here could win the round, and he can't quite find it through the box. That's Bit with a crucial headshot, but the boost is back, and now so are Vitality. Still a threat. It's a 10-second defuse, so they have to find these with a degree of pace. Don't come easy. Simple monster side, and Perfecto to hold the hunt. Spotted out. Masuta knows where they both were. He'll try and make this as costly as possible. Running light on time. Tickle, try and take him down. Perfecto looking for info, he does find it safely. Well played by the Na'Vi boys there. A good recovery, and Simple responsible for 3.
Oh, got dicey there for a couple of moments, didn't it? That wasn't easy. That was not easy at all.
That was just the second round force.
Yeah, and now things should get a whole lot easier, right? So this kill right here onto Kyojin, right? Simple takes a lot of damage. That's not where it gets scary. Shock's opening that door, a real threat. That opens the door for them to push on out and take some fights here, and coming all the way down to a 2-on-1 with low HP on everybody involved. Now it will just be the light upgrade, so no armor, no smokes, no HEs, just the headshots required now for Vitality if they want to play spoiler here. Oh, Electronic, are you really going to try this again?
Yeah, same result for Tats. Yep, swung out. It's Boomich that saves the day with the spray. Zywoo's still around. It is just the Deagles. It's a light, slight, an attempt at resistance.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? Now that those kills have come on in, we find ourselves in a 3-on-2. Na'Vi still need to play where are the CTs, right? Because they've had time to reposition. Na'Vi didn't react immediately based off the information they had. They knew where Zywoo was. He has a kill. So now they're starting to turn their attention back towards B. There's a window where Zywoo could, if he gets a hurry on, be over there. It's going to be too late now. And they're coming on in.
Masuta could get Molotov'd out here, but it's just the bullets required. Na'Vi are into the site. The classic Simple carry until plant, then Bit becomes his friend.
His best friend.
Best friend, that's what I was going to say. And there's the 6th. All right, well, there's your conversions. It's better than they did off the first pistol they won.
Okay, but this is how hard it is right now, guys, at home. Na'Vi would have to win this round, right? And let's assume that they win this round and they kill everybody on Vitality. Into the next round to play, Vitality will still get the max loss bonus. So they can go for another light upgrade buy, right? So they're still threatening. Na'Vi will have to dispel that. They're the harder rounds. You don't know what's coming your way. Then Vitality will get another gun round out. At that point, right, we're 3 rounds down, would be 2 rounds down the track. The score is still 12-8. So Na'Vi have so much work to do just to get this back into touching distance of anything respectable.
Yeah, but they have shown a new tenacity, you know. Na'Vi have overcome bigger discrepancies than this.
T-side of Overpass, though, you know?
I know, but I also know who he's up against. This is the volatile French. This is volatile Vitality. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but I certainly wouldn't complain if we got the full 5 Mirage to finish, just like Beijing.
I think I'd really like to see Mirage the last. Remember, we saw Na'Vi getting tested by Big at one point during the group stage, right? And for Vitality, for me, Mirage has always seemed like an odd map for them, but
I think Shox didn't play it for like 5 years of his career, so good to see him back on it.
The French didn't play it for a while there. I think it's good for the likes of Masuta and Kyojin, though. It's a map where, because they came up through the Pug realms, right? I think that's a map that they're obviously very well versed in. But here's the man, Zywoo. AWP posted up. Bitch, dead to rights here.
Accelerates through that potential vulnerability. He's cool. Lives on.
Time's a problem, though, Alex. Look at this. 35 seconds left on the clock, and Na'Vi really don't have a lot of real estate. Shox is taking that away from them at A. It will be the B finish.
It has to be the B finish. And they're even considering contesting on short here.
Oh, big problems now.
Oh, looking flustered. They just flashed themselves.
Out of nades.
20 seconds. They're stampeding into the site. And Masuta just stands to deliver the first. Big from Kyojin. Now that's impact. And only one remains. Boomich up against the world. Apex confirms it. And 13 locked in. Vitality 3 rounds away from pushing us to a 5th map in this grand final. It has been, I mean, look at the top right now for your recap. If you missed it, I'll let Chad Birchall break it down. Dust 2, though, it was Na'Vi looking like the Na'Vi we expected to show up in the finals.
Yeah, I think the scoreline of Dust 2 probably not completely on point with how that game went. It was Na'Vi domination, but if we are going to look at the scores and the way that this one likely to finish as well, similar scoreline to what we had on Inferno, the games that Vitality have won have been by quite a dominating fashion, right? I know Nuke, you consider that first half that Na'Vi had that scene, but then the scoreline, right? I know we would sometimes take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. There's a lot of factors there, but on paper, in the history books, when people go back, it's going to read as, wow, Vitality owned them on their picks. Let's see how the fifth goes.
Yeah, bing, bang, bong. 13-6, there's no way in. There's absolutely no way in. Now, there I was trying to find something to dig my claws into for the Na'Vi close here, but it's just not looking within the realms of possibility.
It doesn't feel like they have enough in their back pocket to pull out here. Like, that was the first gun round, and we're sitting there at 35 seconds, and they don't even look like they know where they want to finish. They're flustering nades. The pressure really starting to mount right now. They've actually given an AK to Simple, so it's a last-ditch attempt, really. And why the hell not? You're already down in this kind of deficit. You may as well see if your X factor can be that for you. He was almost a non-issue in the first half, completely unable to find any impact over towards that A site. If he can get his engine going, at least for Mirage, where he's going to be a necessity here for this team, it's a good sign. And oh, well, there they go. They're just going to crumble like that. Simple's AK still persists, but how's he going to find the frag? I don't know, man. Like, you think about the echoes of that reverse sweep, best of 5, IEM, Beijing, Haidan, grand final, ZywOo dismantling them with multiple aces in that map. You can't forget about that if you're Na'Vi.
Oh, for sure. And they also can't forget about what's at stake. Boomich to try and take a chance, and it doesn't get far. Despite the flash, Kyojin takes him down. Electronic will drop that bomb, and here comes the Simple AK. Would need all of them, the whole 5. Kyojin close. Looking to take that fight immediately. Not going to play safe. We all learned a lesson a few days ago. And so, 14 acquired. The hero AK doesn't land a thing.
Yeah, it's basically a shutout right there, right? The fact that the AK comes in and gets 1 kill, at that point it's just a consolation frag. It means nothing in the whole scheme of this game right now. Vitality are sitting pretty. Na'Vi have to sit here and go through another timeout, their 3rd used in this map alone. 21 for Kyojin.
Yeah, this is huge for him.
Make it 22. Big boy game for Kyojin here. This is actually really, really good signs, right? This is what we wanted to see. It was one of the win conditions, have him just be here as a serviceable member, and he has been. This is his first grand final. And it's looking like it's going to be going the distance for the best of 5, so see who the fatigue affects more here. The guns are out, and you don't love to see it, but they've been able to get out 4 Galils with full utility behind it. So not a requirement right now for the Na'Vi T side to be able to operate. Simple with the AWP. No utility. He just has to point and click. Oh, this is some odd stuff coming out from Vitality here. Look at this long push with Kyojin and Masuda. This is strange, right? They're throwing different looks.
That Molotov almost welcomes them in, and Bit strafing out. Messy spray from both of them, but it leads to a 1-for-1 exchange. An equivalent exchange. Now Electronic looking to rustle up some alchemy of his own on short. 5 frags to his name so far. The team behind him starts to sweep in. And there is some reactive util to be dropped here if Vitality fancy it. That incendiary's bang on the money. Electronic, safe. And Boomich is in. Simple's posted his name in the feed. It's been a while. And Boomich another. Is this one locked and all loaded? Kyojin takes 1 before the grave. Now ZywOo 1v2, makes it 1v1 almost instantaneously, and Perfecto around the site. ZywOo got a lot to do, can't adjust in time. That's another one saved by the Perfecto clutch, a 1vx for him in the bank. Na'Vi take a 7th, and that is enough to at least take some of the funds out of the Frenchman.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, put them on.
They put them on, he won a clutch.
Won a clutch immediately. The stats don't lie. The stats don't lie, dude.
Those glasses are goated. All right.
Okay, so flashed through a smoke. Perfect.
To be fair, ZywOo got a bit of a cheeky one there as well, didn't he? He got that kill to Boomich through the corner of some of the walls there. So they both had a cheeky beaky AWP shot, and now, well, both back in the round with an AWP in play. Vitality, they're at the point of being broken here. They lose this. Na'Vi can get closer to the double digits here, but it still hasn't felt all that convincing just yet. Let's see, can they turn the screws at all? ZywOo, the solo defender of the A site. Masuta ready to peer on out from that sandbag position, and Apex jumping for whatever info he can. Na'Vi feel like they're walking on eggshells right now. What's the decision going to be? And well, there's that AWP.
You see the temptation in Masuta. He knows where Boomich is. ZywOo given a lot of responsibility in this round. Posted up on the toilets. Just trying to sell something towards the toilets. I don't think an AWP shot's quite going to be enough. Not going to cut the mustard.
They still have 3 here on B. This is looking great for Vitality now.
And Apex is so loud and brazen about this. A miss from Simple. Masuta shuts him down. They might have to go through this. This is just a shutdown, looking like 15. Nice from Kyojin, makes it 25. This is a map from the young gun. And Masuta partnering up for the challenge. Perfecto takes 2 heads with him. He's always scary, is Perfecto, but Vitality are looking to push Mirage here, and they have got 8 opportunities.
If this was, you know, this is another one of those matter of time games. You know, you have a 12-3 first half T-side Vitality any day of the week, and I guess maybe the grand final is the only time that wouldn't have been the case. So that's why I waited until the scoreline got to 15-7. Is that you know, they were going to convert this, right? There was hardly any way that Na'Vi were getting back in it. They didn't look like they had any idea on the CT half. Now on their T side, late, and again against not even a full buy. They just don't look like they have enough to operate with. And it's just these pistols here. Vitality just do their best to swat this away. Simple trying to get cheeky. Up on the pipe position, in connected, just clearing out whatever he can find.
Vitality aren't going to let this one slip away. Actually, I like the challenge. Can we do an X-ray off for the finish? Let's live in the reality of the T side. Let's see what they actually are working with. Thank you so much.
I don't know if Jakey can hear us.
You can't hear us?
I don't know.
That would be really hard to observe without hearing the casters,
I
wouldn't
know. Oh, he's heard us now. Here we go.
Nice find from Shox in the toilets. He doesn't know how many have slipped through, though, and it's ZywOo. Takes down Simple from the show, needs another. They are closing that gap. So much uncertainty, swung on. The Boomich Deeg is good for 1, but only the 1. Electronic keeps it competitive. If they get the bomb down, Chad, and that's an if. Shock's the one to change my mind, and now all on Electronic. It's wrapped up neat and tidy, and a dominant posting from Vitality for the 4th. They push us all the way. Na'Vi denied their first opportunity for the Millie. Intel Grand Slam will be 4-4 over on Mirage.